a lot has changed in Washington, as you said. What has changed with us? Really, fundamentally, we said, you know, credit to him, President Duterte allowed a rebalancing. That was an extreme way of expressing the rebalancing, but he gifted the next administration with some more elbow room to negotiate and to strike a balance, di ba? Are we still on that balance? Or have we actually at this point, can you call it at this point? Actually, no, we're managing the diplomacy side, but we have actually, let's call a spade a spade. We have actually shifted back to the United States.
No, I think if you look at more closely, during Duterte, the perception was that we are going to China, no? We're veering towards China. But if you look closely, DFA and the military
That's true.
stayed closely with the U.S. So the only difference that maybe Marcos is more chami-chami to the U.S. So there was a change in perception. Nakakala natin, lumapit tayo sa U.S. Pero actually, it's not the same. And I think Bongbong is trying now to balance between U.S. and China. Because ayaw din niyang ma-alienate yung China eh.
What I think has changed in the Philippines, though, and I mean, this is what I get from interaction with people like Ambassador Maldes, for instance, who's our ambassador to the U.S., is the recognition that hindi tayo pwede umasa sa U.S. lang to check China. We have to consciously diversify our options for counterbalancing. That's why Japan is very much there. That's why Australia is very much. That's why EU is there. UK is there. India, by the way, which gave us, the BrahMos missile system, which actually has a Russian weapon derivative, which puts us in a position to get hypersonic. So, ako, maybe I'm a little bit more cautiously optimistic that we have slightly matured over time. It's not the simplistic US ba tayo or China tayo. And for all the faults of President Duterte, I think he forced us to have some deep thinking about ano bang ambag itong alliance natin with the United States. And I can tell you guys, from my own personal experience, I feel the Americans take us more seriously nowadays. I remember back in the day, Philippines, even na yan. But now it feels different. So I think the challenge for Marcos is to make the most out of this strategic sweet spot we find ourselves